Petit Pois is me. Hi Munchkins. So, it's February 2021. Wow, last year. Whoa, I'm so glad COVID's now gone and we can go outside and do whatever we want. Thank God the new year rolled through, am I right? Am I right? Oh, wait. COVID's still here. So, for the last 4 years, I've been sitting on, not literally, but sitting on a magazine. I first came up with the idea about 4, maybe even 5 years ago now, and I got in touch with some publishers who were really keen to get it printed or to get it as like an online subscription thing. But then some stuff happened and I had to run away and hide from the internet for my own safety and for my own well-being because some stuff went down. And so here we are now. So last year, 2020, I rejoined the dyspraxia community despite my fears and things, and I decided to just do it. I came to this community that we have for a reason 10 years ago, and I made a promise to myself that I would do everything I could to raise more awareness on dyspraxia so that no one ever had to go through what I did, which was being diagnosed late. I didn't have any support or anything like that. I was very angry. I was grieving my childhood that could have been drastically different. And I'm sure many of you are going, oh my God, I went through the same thing. That's why I'm here. I want to help prevent that from happening for younger generations, but also to provide a platform for help. Because when you're diagnosed, your pediatrician, occupational therapist, whoever just says, Google it, or it'll disappear when you get older. Ding, ding, ding. Guess what? It does not disappear when you get older. And when you Google it, well, back in my day, because I'm so old now, grandma over here, back in my day, there was just the Dyspraxia Foundation and a few books that were way too expensive for me to buy. Maybe I'm just a cheapskate, but you know, why do I have to pay 50, 60, 120 quid for a book to just tell me about my dyspraxia, to find out that actually it's a book aimed at pediatricians, occupational therapists and things like that, which by the way is what most of those books are aimed at. So that's where the magazine came in. The magazine was to be written by dyspraxic people, by people who work with dyspraxics, parents of dyspraxic children, because they see us, they see our struggles, they hold us when we cry and they help us laugh, and you know, from other people who are providing dyspraxia related services. That's who I wanted and still want the magazine to be written by, but most importantly by dyspraxic people from all over the world. I am tired of seeing studies that are just from the UK or English speaking countries. I am tired of being asked to read and review and take part in studies that are basically just done in the UK, or they're done in America, Australia and Canada, but the whole criteria of what dyspraxia is insanely different, and it's not uniform, and it's just like, oh my gosh, why is it so different everywhere you go? I understand, like, all different abilities have different things, but this is drastically different. So what can I do to help bring some kind of middle ground for countries who don't speak English as their first language? They're not represented in those studies. The studies that I look at are mostly, almost always, white young boys under the age of like 16, and that's pretty much how everything is based off. The diagnosis criteria is based off of that, and yes, over the years that has become more diverse and they've started to think about doing adult stuff, and obviously children aren't great at verbalizing their experiences, but adults were children once and they can say, well, actually at the time I thought I was feeling this and this is how I thought I was dealing with it, and now as an adult I realized it was not that at all. So please involve as adults in your research, but also my profile with a penis is not the only thing that the only type of people that should be represented. I want to see people from different minority groups, different ethnicities, different parts of the world, different cultures is so important. I want to see those being looked into. That's what I want to see, and that's something that I can kind of do. So that's what the magazine is about. January was the very first issue ever. It was a huge success, might I say. We gained 400 subscribers right away, and it was viewed by over 1,000 times, 5,000 I think. I will put the exact number here somewhere. If you are a company who offers dyspraxia services and products, you can message me to advertise in the magazine. That's all that will be advertised in the magazine are products and services that relate to dyspraxia that can help someone. You won't see adverts in there that don't relate whatsoever. Why are there adverts? Well, I have to earn a living somehow, and if I'm spending a large amount of time working on the Dyspraxia magazine, it means I'm not working elsewhere, which means I have to earn some money somewhere. And it also means that I don't have to charge you to read it. That's what's important to me, because when I was younger, I was like a student, and students are not rolling in money, shall we say. Well, some are, some most definitely not. And the fact that I had to pay to receive that information kind of upset me, and no, I'm not entitled to it. The same reason no one is entitled to technically the magazine. It is a private thing. I'm not a public service, as I have to remind people who constantly seem to think that I am. But I want to make the magazine free so that it's available to as many people as possible, and advertising at the moment is the only way that will cover those costs for me. It covers the costs of sometimes paying people to help me out, because I have other disabilities as well. That means sometimes I can't always work. It helps manage the website as well. At the moment, the website is a free MailChimp website, so it doesn't really show up very well on Google. So if you need to find the website, I recommend just going to the social media pages for Dyspraxia Magazine. Otherwise you'll find us on like page 3 of Google when you type in Dyspraxia Magazine. So that will be paying for those. And on top of the magazine, I have also reveal, I have been working on a book. A book. It's not like a story, it's not a novel, it's not like a help and advice kind of thing. It is an interactive journal. It's aimed at all ages. I need to identify specifically what age group that is, which will be decided with me and my publishers. But it will be kind of around the ages of 8 and above. But that's not to say children younger can't do it as well. Honestly, I think a 5-year-old could do it, but there are some things like with writing involved, and there are many activities within it that don't involve writing at all, and it's great fun. I've really enjoyed making it, and I hope that you guys are really I hope that you guys are really going to enjoy using it. Because you're not reading it, you're using it. I plan on making it a yearly thing. So this is happening obviously after Christmas. A lot of stuff happened over Christmas for me. But the next book will be ready in time for Christmas, so that if you wanted to buy it as a gift for someone, or you wanted to request it as a gift, you'll be able to do that, if everything goes to plan. If for whatever reason a publisher doesn't get involved, then I will look at just stockpiling the book, the journal, and I will stock them here in my very small flat, and I will send them out myself. I will somehow figure out how to do that. Either way, this will get to you. I will make sure the price remains reasonable, in line with other journals related to this. I'm not going to charge like twice the amount just because it's so niche. Like, no one else has done this kind of thing for dyspraxia, and a lot of people take advantage of that. That ain't me. That don't fly, that don't sit with me. But at the same time, I have to live. So, what else has happened in January? Oh my god, so last year, sometime around summer, maybe before, maybe after, I can't remember. I got together with a large group of some wonderful dyspraxic people within the community who I've made some really great friends with, and we all agreed that we needed a bigger support group for dyspraxic people and people who are looking to become allies of dyspraxics, making sure that there is diversity, inclusion, there is support, there's allyship, because we have such a small community, which is still building itself. There are some people and different types of interacting that is just completely blown out, and there's a lot of gatekeeping, and so we decided we need to build a platform, a place where that is very strictly monitored. And so we did do that. We spent a very, very long time building it together. This is the poster, so it's called Dyspraxic Alliance. We do have strict rules, but so long as you're not a horrible person and you enjoy bullying people, then you're going to be perfectly fine. If you do enjoy that, then you're going to struggle, as expected. So I would say 100%. In the links below, I will add the group page for this. There is a Facebook page and a group page. You don't have to be dyspraxic to be in that group. We are producing a large collection of information sheets, resources and things like that, which will be available to the group and to the group only. We all have varying different backgrounds. We're writers, we're graphic designers, we're sport people, we're educational people, so we've got a lot of understanding behind us. Where I come in, I've obviously read and taken part in a number of studies. Even though not all those studies are great, I can fact check these things, and we fact checked one another and things like that. So it's great. So that was January. Like, all of that happened in January. We're now in February, so I'm hoping that the journal will become available hopefully within this month or next month. I don't really know how long these things take. It could be like summer, it could be Christmas before it becomes available, in which case it won't be until the following year that the next one's available. But yeah, I'm really excited about this year. This is now my full-time job, managing the magazine, getting the journal ready, doing content now on YouTube, so hopefully this will pick back up again, doing talks, live streams as well. I want to get back on the whole live stream thing. I'm hoping to do live streams on parenting, so people with dyspraxia who have children, not the other way around. I want to do things on workplace, all sorts of things. I want to do some non-English speaking ones as well, where I will just be sat in the corner of the screen kind of twiddling with my thumbs because I only speak English. I wanna make this what I always hoped it would be, and it already is there, but these things can always be improved, and I have a great support team behind me now, and I have really good hopes that this is going to go really well. The magazine has been incredible. So with the magazine, I don't think I mentioned, but if you want to write a story about an experience that relates to dyspraxia, please send it in. That's the whole point of this. It's your stories, it's your voices. You don't have to be a writer. You don't have to be a professional. You don't have to have years of experience of working with people with dyspraxia. You can literally talk about your experience. And it doesn't have to be technical. It doesn't have to provide mountains of advice and support. It can literally just be a case of, I'm a dyspraxia person and I was in this situation once and this is what happened and this is how I felt. And I know I'm not the only one. And if you've been in this way, you know that you're not the only one too. You know, those kind of things. January's most talked about article that's in the magazine was written by Kathleen Foster, who wrote about being blind or deaf? Being deaf with dyspraxia. My short-term memory is not good. And so many people were just like, it's so nice to hear something from someone who represents me. Representation is the most important thing in the media. Like, that's why, like, the women's panel, the Black History Month panel, that's why they're so successful. That's why they're so important. It may not be seen by 100,000 people, but to those small group of people who did see it, they felt comfort, they felt represented, they felt seen, and they felt heard. There is nothing more important than that. Like, when you're watching TV and you've got these characters that are so coordinated and how wonderful it is, and you're just like, I want a character who's clumsy and falls over and gets bruises for nothing and stumbles over their words. Like, and when you do have those characters, so there are some characters, it just feels amazing, and that's what we need. That's what the magazine is for, that's what the journal is for, that's what this page is for. Representation. Obviously, there's only so much I can do personally. I am very privileged in the fact that, well, my appearance is dead giveaway there, but I have a platform, and I feel like not that I have a right to and that I need to, but if I have this platform, then I feel personally that I don't know what the word is, because, like, I'm not entitled to it, and no one's entitled to what I do, and just because I have a platform doesn't mean I strictly have to do it, but I feel that because I can, I should, and that's what I want to do. There are plenty of other dyspraxics from different minority groups, and their voices I want to shout about. They have their own channels, they have their own Instagrams. If you are one of those people, now is your opportunity to put in the comments here that you are one of those people. If you are someone who, like me, makes videos and things like that, then put it in the description down below. So long as you are not someone who causes an issue within the community, then obviously your comments will be left, otherwise they'll be yeeted out the window. But if that's you, like, the more of us that there are, the more support there is, the more understanding there is, the more we shout about the fact that we exist and people can't ignore us anymore. So use my platform to help raise your own voices, and I will do the same. If you want to come to me and you say, let's do a live discussion, like the live chats that we do, let's do a live discussion about this topic because it means a lot to me and I think more people want to talk about it. That's what this platform is for. That's what YouTube is for. That's what the magazine is for. And that's what I want this space to be for. So, without making this too long of a 20-minute video, that's what's happened this year and last year. Yeah, we grew, we got bigger, we had issues, we dealt with those issues, we produced things to overcome those things and to make everything better. We've got the Dyspraxic Alliance groups, we've got the magazine to raise as many voices as humanly possible from all over the world in different languages. So if you don't speak English and you want to write something in your own language, oh my god, please, language, please do send that to me. If something else, then something. Do the something for the something, and then the something will happen and we will do it together. If you have an idea that you want to work on but you're not sure where to start, come to the Dyspraxic Alliance group, talk about what you want to do, and as a group, we will use each other to raise one another up, yeah? We kind of go, right, this is a thing I want to do, I have experience with this, but I might need some help with this. Who can help me? Oh, there's a person who can help, who's also from your country and knows local people who can help you do the local thing, and then voila! We have a bigger community with more support and wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things. Okay, time to go. You get the gist, links, blah, blah, comments. Bye, 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 bye. Boop.